Good afternoon. I am not the artist taxi driver, and this is not the BBC Sucks a Cox News, with fucking Boris Johnson, no less. All right, Boris, you were on the telly on Sunday, and I've got something to play to you.
Okay.
To a phone call in which your friend Darius Guppy asks you to supply the address of a journalist,
yes,
so that he can have him physically assaulted. The words beaten up and broken ribs are said to
yes.
you. And you, having heard that, you tell your friend Darius Guppy you will supply the address. What does that say about you, Boris Johnson?
Well,
Aren't you, in fact, making up quotes, lying to your party leader, wanting to be part of someone being physically assaulted? You're a nasty piece of work, aren't you?
What? Nasty piece of work, Boris?
Well, to be fair,
I can't hear you.
I think that it's actually Darius's problem. He called me and asked. All I did was give him the details. I don't see how I can be held responsible for simply supplying an address for someone that later got beaten up. I mean, that's not really my fault. I didn't physically beat him up, did I?
No, I don't suppose you did. So you're really a good man, aren't you, Boris?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I have had a few mistakes in my past.
So a lot of people say that you were a psychopath that did some rioting in the 80s for the Bullingdon Club.
We shouldn't be mentioning the Bullingdon. No Bullingdon Club. No.
Boris, the Bullingdon Club. You and Dave were in it, weren't you? David Cameron, amongst a few others. I've got a lovely picture of you in the Bullingdon Club, you know.
Okay, yes, we were all in it together. We went round rioting. I'll admit it. Yes, everything that was said on the TV show is also true. I'm being honest here. It's very rare you'll get me to be honest, but yes, I'm going to be honest this one time only.
Never charged for it, were you, Boris, smashing up all those restaurants and those bars?
Well, we just, bribed them.
So the London riots a few years ago, that was just you back in the 80s, really, wasn't it? You and Dave and the rest of your chums, including Johnny Osborne.
Well, they didn't do as good a job as us, because obviously we didn't get caught.
So you've been lying to your party, have you?
Yes, yeah, of course.
All politicians lie, don't they?
Well, I wouldn't like to put all of them in the same basket, but I think it's quite well-known saying that, how do you know when a politician's lying?
Have you got his mouth open?
His mouth's moving.
Mouth's moving,
yes,
that's
the one.
So, a lot of people are saying that you want to run for David Cameron's little job as head of the UK corporation.
Well, I mean, I'm only thinking of myself here, obviously, but once I become Prime Minister, if I become Prime Minister, of course,
right,
and then leave the Prime Minister, I actually still get Prime Minister's wages for the rest of my life. So that sounds fair enough to me.
So what you're saying is you're still robbing the public funds even if you don't work for the public?
Oh, yes.
And the government, David Cameron, they're all lying robbers?
Of course.
Have you seen the newspaper today?
Oh, I think I seen a clip with you the other day, you and somebody else the other day, and you were talking about all the paedophiles, and,
I'm going to get older still on, and we're going to talk about what's come out today about the government. So, thank you very much to Boris Johnson for his honesty and truth, that he really is a lying, murdering so-and-so, aren't you, Boris?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I will hold my hand up high.
Stealing public funds, doing absolutely no good for the country or for anybody else. You don't really care about anybody else, but you do, you Boris.
None of us do.
Your big phallus, which has been spreading lots of children everywhere.
Well, yes.
So everyone, this is not the artist taxi driver. This is Boris Johnson, and this is not the Sucks the Cox News.